we got the mic on, I do believe. Have we got volume? Yes, we do. Okay. I decided to take me a 14-hour break today. That's just my morning voice. I think I got the real bad sinuses, you know, and seems like every day here lately that I've been waking up has just been, well, I hit my nostrils with some sinus spray last night, so that might have a lot to do with it. It's just my normal morning voice, though, I do believe. All right. I think we are ready to take off. Well, we almost ready to take off. Yeah, I actually slept a little later than I intended on this morning. We just got 10:35. I mean, I actually woke up like 8:30, but I was just in a slow pace this morning. Slow pace. Well, we gotta hurry up and we gotta get to the house. So, I mean, we could actually afford to take today off. Because we should get there by tonight. I mean, I'm not gonna drive all the way to Tucker tonight. I'll probably stop at either the Loves or probably not the Loves, because that'll be packed. The one just north of Atlanta. But we'll probably stop at the TA and the Pilot. I think it's in White, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, though. We might just get us something. No, wait a minute. Tomorrow is not the delivery, is it? No, it's on the 18th. So no, we won't drive all the way to Atlanta tonight. We may just drive half of what we've got and then stop for the day. I don't know. I doubt it, though. Well, that's a nice little hill. Well, I mean, the first streets there. Yeah, we're gonna go just past St. Louis, and then we'll restart the stream. And I think it's Missouri, might be Indiana. I don't know. Might be Illinois. Yeah, I probably typoed it. I've done that first thing when I got up this morning and fixed that. Heck. We're driving now. I'll just have to fix it later. I think it's Mt Vernon, Illinois, Missouri, though, if I looked at it correctly. Good morning, Catmon. I hope the way I explained that to you in the message, I hope that helped out. And 10-4. I messaged you back on the question that you asked me earlier, and like I said, hopefully it helps out. If it don't clarify it, then just let me know. And damn, fool. Ooh, got us some sirens going. All right, Aaron, take it easy and have you a nice, restful day off. Hello, Mark. How you doing? And we ended up driving last night 594 miles. The day before that, we drove 591 miles. We ended up we've drove a total of 3,000, I think, 98 miles this week, and that was with with a 48-hour restart. Hello, Mr. Whiplash. Yeah, since he drives that nice little, what is it, all-wheel drive Outback, he shouldn't have no problems there in Montana. He had good snow tires on it that day when I met him, which I know that was, I think, what, last year, but still, I imagine he probably keeps them on there. How we doing, John? I think I just about let all the phones die last night. Every one of them's on 40% or lower. No, they don't really put snow tires on trucks. I don't think. Not like the snow tires you get for your cars. They don't. I mean, you can. I'm not saying they don't make them. They just, a lot of the trucks that run out in these areas don't have them. Because I have seen trucks with what look to me like snow tires on them, but I don't think it's. I wouldn't think that it would be real feasible to run with snow tires, year round, and then changing them out. But I don't really, because we got chains, we just throw the chains on, or so we're supposed to. I do my best anytime it comes to a chain up time, just to stop or put them on long enough to get. Oh man, I would have liked to have been recording that. He had devil mask on his mirrors. If I do have to put them on, just drive long enough to get to where I can pull over. Welcome to Columbia. Well, and I don't have chains. I'm gonna do a short, maybe after we get to the house. I'm gonna do a short on what I do have. It's not. I don't have snow chains though, but I'll show it in the short. And I'm probably gonna put them on because I've never put them things on before. Never. Last year, there was only one time that we hit where we needed to, or where we had to put the chains on, and by the time I got to where I could pull over and put them on, they actually lifted the chain law that there in that section. So, like I said, I've never used them, not these, but I'll show them in a short when we on our days off. We'll take a look at them and we'll see if I can put them on. How about it? I may actually do a full video of me putting them on, but I'll do a short just like to introduce it. So I guess the best way to say it. Not for short people. Tasha would have to stay out of it. I'd probably have to stay out of it. Yeah, I figured that would make for a step stool. Yeah, my uncle. Now he used to way back when I was probably maybe 14 to 17 years old. He went and bought him it was a little Nissan, or not Nissan, but a little Toyota, but it had been lifted. I could walk under it, so it was lifted at least somewhere between 5.5 and 6 feet, and the wheels that he had on it when he bought it, which he changed them wheels out, but the wheels that was on it when he bought it was the size of my grandmother's round eating table. As far as circumference, was the size of one of them, and it's the round eating table, that's got the one center leg that runs down from the middle with I think it's the 4 like wood ball and claw legs. They come off from the center stock of the table and then spread out into the 4 legs. That's how big the tire. And he had to change. He didn't have to, but after he bought it, he changed them tires out for some that was not quite as tall and a whole lot thinner, because he said that he couldn't get it out of I think it was 3rd gear, and it was a 5-speed. He had to keep it in 3rd gear because the tires was so big on it. It was like a mini monster truck. For real. Which I thought the littler tires that he put on it was, didn't really match the look. It kind of took the look away from it that it had when he bought it, but he was satisfied with it. He kept it like that for as long as I could remember after that. He just, I think, more or less just bought it to have sitting in his yard, though. He drove it around a little bit, but he didn't really drive it around a whole lot. We are just casually cruising around today. It's not real important on how quick we get there now or how many miles we get today. We've got 680 left till we're there, and it's not due till day after tomorrow. So we're just on a casual little runabout today. Alright, now I'm going to fire up my GoPro, so if I'm sitting here talking like I'm talking stupid stuff, it's just because I've got the GoPro on. Because I do have to let everybody on the GoPro know that we are in Columbia, Missouri, 70 eastbound. And I also have to remind myself that way when I go back and edit out videos, I know where I'm at in each video. I'm not as good as you guys are. I can't just look at look at the surroundings and think, hey, all right, we're in Columbia right there. And I've been driving for 20 years and I'm still not that good. I don't see how some of yous do it. I mean, I understand that it's, you look at the mile markers and Google Map, and I mean, I understand all that, but my brain just, but I always watch it from my cell phone too, you know, so I've got the little screen and I don't watch it from a tablet or from a computer or anything. That might help, I don't know. Well, because I was still asleep when I put that down. You know me. I always laugh at the titles and have to fix them when we're done. I want to keep everybody on their toes, you know. I smell water. You know how water smells when you turn on your outside spigot with the water hose hooked to it? That rubbery water smell. That's what I smell right now. Which is weird for me because I can hardly ever smell anything. It has to be real strong for me to smell it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll fix it. We'll just fix it after when we stop or when I end the live stream, one or the other, you know. I do know one thing. If I want to start doing the POV videos and videos like when, the POV videos, the dashcam videos, the GoPro videos, I'm going to have to start getting buying more memory cards or bigger memory cards. Not sure which would be more efficient for me, the quantity or the capability. But I guess I'll get it figured out down the road, somewhere here and there. Yeah, yeah. I think you are correct there, James. I just seen St. Louis, and it wasn't that far from St. Louis, and I was thinking Missouri. I don't know, I guess is what it was. Like I said, I just got straight out of bed and fixed the title, because I meant to have done that last night before I went to sleep, and forgot. So I jumped straight up out of bed, and that was the first thing I think that I'd done this morning. Topeka? No. We ain't been through Topeka in quite a while. Snorty Horse Saloon. Oh, he's still talking about the step stools. Well, see, now, the only bad thing about the step stool getting in the truck is whoever's getting in the truck with you is going to have to wait for you to get in the truck and give you hand the step stool up, or your step stool is going to be left wherever you get in the truck at. You won't be able to get out until you get back home. And I see on his truck, that's what I was going to say too, is he actually he had a little ladder that extended from the doors, and I don't think they was movable. They might have been, but they was attached to the truck. It was like a well, my mom, she's 4'9", and she still couldn't get in the truck even with those ladders extended. But I want to say they come down about 3 foot from the floorboard of the truck, and she still couldn't get up in the truck using them. Yeah, rope it in. Yeah, they should be able to get the step stool in that way. Damn, poor on that. Good Lord, that car in front of us is doing 91 miles per hour. But he had to slow down. One of these days, I'm going to get me a 91 mile an hour truck. Is that Aiden? Adnan? Good morning, how you doing? AC. I get that would be my luck, Gary. Man, can y'all believe that I'm actually only driving 65 miles per hour? And we're in a 70-mile-an-hour zone. I am too. And when I actually look up at the speedometer, I'm like, oh. But see, I don't have my speedometer on the dash like how I used to have it set up, and I always had the digital readout of what my speed was, and I don't have it on that no more. I've got it fixed on the dash now where I can see how fast people are going in front of me. So I either have to look at the dial, which I never look at, or I have to look up at my GPS, which I never look at. I rarely look at the speed on it. But I just happen to look up at it. We're doing 64 miles an hour. And the vehicle in front of us is doing 76. I may need to fix my cruise control. 64 miles an hour, that's just ridiculous. And then another thing, Cat Mom, let me know if me and Gary give you relatively close to the same answer on that. I think maybe we might have. Alright, now we're up to 73 miles an hour. I got the cruise control on. We are coming into Kingdom City, Missouri right now. Well, you can forward that one too, Gary. If you want to, you can forward what I replied. You can forward it to him. That way, we'll all be on the same page. And if you like, if you want to, 10-4. If you want to, you can paste it up in the Facebook group. But if I put any specific names, just to remove those. If I put any specific names, you know what I mean? Because I think I started to, and I removed it once, but I don't know if I put it in there anywhere, the specific name. So if you want to post it up in the Facebook group, go ahead. Just make sure that if I put specific names in them, to remove those, replace it with them or they or that person or. Okay. Because some people do that intentionally. I mean, and without regard. And if you ask them to stop and they, let them know that you'll time them out. And if they come back from the timeout and they keep persisting to do that, we'll just, we'll go ahead and put them out of the chat completely. Because there's no sense in it. Even if they think that they're just joking around, they should be able to take and comprehend a literal explanation of stop doing it. It's just disrespectful if somebody keeps doing something that you asked them to stop doing, and even if they wait for an hour or two to, I'll take some. No lemon though. Damn far on that. I can drink, maybe, depending on really how strong it is, I can drink 1 glass of lemon tea. Anything after that will make me sick. I will. It'll all come back up. I found the only thing that lemon tea is good for is to mask the taste of sour tea. And if you've ever drank sour tea, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Lemons will mask that sour taste pretty good, but it'll still make you sick, That's the thing. Like when I go to McDonald's, I always smell it before I take a drink of it, because I have got a hold of some that's been so sour that it's just thick tea. And that'll come back out quick. But you can put a little bit of lemon in it and it'll mask that right up. Deep Blue Trucking. Yeah, I found that it's easier to smell for sour tea than it is to actually taste it. Come on over here, Deep Blue. You got it. Hello, Phil. How you doing? Yeah, it's a lot easier to smell it than it is because I've had it so bad before where I didn't smell it and actually took a big old mouthful of it right there in the middle of McDonald's, and it ends up in the floor. I will spit it back out quick. And they usually look at me and they're like, "Are you okay?" Well, I'm okay, but the tea's not okay. Your tea is sour. Well, we just put it out there. Well, you might have. It might be, I might have got the very first glass out of it, but if you don't clean them spigots out, then it doesn't matter. That's where the sourness usually comes from, is the spigots. Usually. Unless it's been sitting there, if the tea's been sitting there for 2 days, then it's the tea, but and a lot of people and a lot of the restaurants don't know that, especially the northeastern ones. Used to, it was just anywhere in the north, but now it's just hit or miss in the north. But the northeastern states is still pretty bad about that. I've had them get mad at me at restaurants for telling them that it was sour. We just put that out there. I don't care. Care if you put it out there 2 seconds ago. There was one. I said, "Yeah, I know you just put it out there. I watched you do it." Yeah, they need to clean the containers too, but it's mainly the spigots, because even if you clean the container and put a fresh container of tea out there, if you hook that spigot up to the container that's comes straight off of another one from yesterday, then that's all you're going to get is sour tea, because that spigot's got the sour mildew and mold in it, and it just traces right down into the fresh tea, with every cup. Hey, I tell you what, when I first started driving truck, you couldn't go anywhere in the northern portion of the United States, and that was west to east, in the middle. You couldn't go anywhere and ask for sweet tea and get it. And yeah, you go places like New Jersey and ask for sweet tea, then they're going to say, "Well, we've got what is the bottled teas, like the green teas. That's all we got, or it's the flavor teas." I always liked it when I asked for sweet tea, way back when. And they would turn their head sideways like a dog does. I go, "What? You want, what is, huh? What is sweet tea?" Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize them spigots have to be cleaned out. They just they're just as susceptible, probably more susceptible to the bacteria than the containers are. Ten four. Yeah, we're not. I will fix the title, just not right now. $89 miles from St. Louis. All right, I half fixed the title, halfway. So everybody go check it out and make sure they like it. I don't like doing the title like that, but I don't want to go through and I'm driving no more. So check out the title and see what you think about it now. That right there, that's just the easiest way I can fix it while I'm driving. I guess the safest way is a good way to say it. Man, I think that place looks very abandoned, but that red truck is always sitting there. Maybe the truck's abandoned too. Well, I just fixed it to where it says from Boonville, Missouri. There's no two to it right now. That takes too much for me to set and do while I'm driving and keeping the live stream going. I mean, I can fix it no problem driving if I shut the live stream down, because then I can get the camera close to me and take a chance on getting a ticket, for texting and driving. But the way I just took off the Mt Vernon part. Well, hello, Jimmy. Glad to see you could make it again. How's that new work schedule working out for you? Yeah, try to be as safe as we can. It took me a few years of driving to realize that safe is better, but let's get out from behind this slow truck. But now I don't think that speed and safety goes hand in hand for nothing. I don't think speed and safety should be even in the same category with each other. For some drivers, maybe. I think the faster, the safer for me. God dang it, don't walk out in front of me now. Good Lord. Good afternoon, James. Good afternoon, James. How you doing? St. Charles, 57 miles. Board on a Saturday, 10-4 on that. Good afternoon, James L. and James E. We'll say good afternoon when James B comes in later. New Florence, population 769. Justin Bieber. Distillery tours, exit now. Wooden Hat. Never heard of it. Never even noticed that sign before. Thank you for the thumbs up there, James Gop Gop. I don't know. We're going to exit three from here, 76 miles. Wow, that dude's moving. KickassTrucks.com. New and used. I hear they're supposed to be pretty decent to get trucks from. We got a fair over here to the left. Looks like this whatever spider thing that majig that is, it was actually running. Wow, what a bump. Ten for on that. Yeah, that was actually going. There was people sitting on the benches, and I seen one of their rides moving. I mean, I'm sure there may have been more than that, but I seen at least one of them moving. I've never really been a steak for breakfast kind of person. Ten for. I think we've done the point of view over that bridge, Jonathan C. But I'm not real sure, so I might do it again just in case. I'll get to the house and get to looking at all these videos, and there'll probably be like 30 different videos of three of the same places. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing just with the GoPro though. I'm just gonna do those instead of trying to do them any of the lives. I'm just gonna do those like on edited, uploaded videos. That way, cause it eats up quite a bit of the Wi-Fi that I got to do them live, and then it only lets me run it for just a little over an hour, and then it'll shut it off. And it's a lot of work and trouble, and you got to title the video and put the description in it and everything separate. It's a lot to go through for just just an hour, and then it automatically shuts it off. And then I can't use my Wi-Fi for a little bit after that. I've got they limit it anyway, but they do limit it. I think it's unlimited. No, it's not unlimited. My bad. It's like 100 megabytes or 100 gigabytes or it's 100 bytes of something. But what I'm going to start doing though is kind of like a comparison with the American Truck Simulator with real life, because that's the camera views that it shows, is that like the POV GoPro what it shows. So I'm going to start trying to do like comparisons for people that does like to watch the games, to what it actually looks like in real life. It's like the one I was telling you about that I was watching the other day with the convoy going through Weed, California. See, it was they was saying it was a 9-hour trip in reality, but on the game they was able to do it in, I think, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, something like that. Which is just, it was coming from out of the San Francisco area, maybe a little further up north actually, I think, but up through Weed. I forget exactly where at in Washington they was going to, but it was almost like the last trip that I had coming out of California into, was it Washington that we went, or Oregon? Yeah, we went up to Washington. And it might have been the same trip. I'm not real sure. Come to think of it. Tell you what, I wish I could flip a switch on the truck and turn a 9-hour trip into a 3-hour trip. That would be freaking sweet. It's almost though like the load that we picked up. Was it out in Ohio that went to the load that went to Layton? They called me that night. We got loaded at noon that day, and they called me at pretty close to midnight that night and asked me if I made it to Salt Lake or Layton yet. Wow, I really wished. 1,800 miles in 12 hours, that would be phenomenal. But if you could do that, then the rate, cents per mile that we'd get paid would probably be about 25 cents, maybe. If that, probably closer to 15 cents a mile if we could move them like that. Yeah, right to the south side. I'll have to look it up and see where it was in the Washington that we went to, because I know we come back down into Oregon and shot over on, I think it was that 126. I wished I would have GoPro'd if I'd have had enough memory card, which I may have, but if I get myself learned on the memory card deals, on getting the memory cards and getting the right sizes, and that would have been a nice shot from um, where we picked up, going through Bend and all that, Bend, Oregon, going down the 126. That would have been good to have done a lot of that on the GoPro. I did some of it, but you know, I mean, that was a long journey in itself, just cutting through the center of Oregon like that. Trips. Yeah, when we went up through, yeah, we stopped there and ended up being late delivering because I had to get the had to stop at Jubilee's and get the insurance card. So yeah, it was that trip going up, yeah. And on the American Trucking Simulator, that was pretty much the same trip that they run, and they done it in 3.5 hours on the game. I was like, man, that would just be sweet if you could do that in reality. I mean, I wouldn't care if anybody else could do it or not, but if I could do it, that would just be sweet. But yeah, see, with the live streams that we do, I mean, see, they could run in comparison with the actual trips like that. But I'm not gonna spend all my home time, you know, playing American Truck Simulator. Just little bits here and there. Because to start out with, mainly I would just like to just get started into it, and like I say, hopefully not get addicted to it and spend too much time playing it while I'm off. But I don't know that, you know, most of the, yeah, I'm going to do some fishing this time. That's a definite, I think. I'm going to try to anyway. Do some trout fishing. I love catching them rainbow trout, especially if they've got any size to them. Most of them, though, over there at my place is pretty small. Okay, you're in front of me. Are you satisfied? Hopefully I can catch some fish on camera, upload some of that. Usually though, I don't know what it is. I don't know. When I turn the camera on, it's like the fish are freaking camera shy. I can catch them all day long if the camera's not on, but once I turn that camera on, it's like they all packed up and moved to the other side of the lake or river or pond or wherever I'm at. But yeah, I normally do. I normally don't record whenever I do go fishing because of that. Usually I just record the throwing them back in. Oh, they got an old car show going on over there. Had a bunch of nice cars. But and then if I've got the camera and I think the camera is recording and I'm catching all kinds of fish, I'll go back just to find that the battery died on me. That's happened more times than you would believe. The one time when we stopped at the AutoZone for delivery, and I asked them if I could fish out there while they was loading or unloading me, whichever one it was. They was like, yeah. Well, I had the camera on. Man, I was catching fish left and right. But the camera didn't pick up not one. It died before I caught the very first one. But once I started catching them, it was just, it was on. But the camera lasted till right up before I caught the first one, and then battery dead. Is he going to speed up again? I think he got scared that time. And I've actually got 3 batteries for my GoPro. One of them I'm not exactly sure where I put it at. But I've actually got 3 batteries for my GoPro now. So as I think the batteries usually on the GoPro last around 30 minutes to somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour. So it's an hour and a half to 3 hours worth of recording. And usually I can catch the trout pretty good right there in that one little spot. So I may try to record some of it. You know, that truck was glad I moved over. He rocketed by after as soon as we hit the slow lane. And hopefully it don't take me too awfully long to figure out the editing from the laptop, hopefully. I mean, it probably will take me a bit, but 10 for on that, Roland. Appreciate it, Gary. Yeah, I would rather have a fish than a picture or a video, but it's nice to be able to record it and throw it up there too. No, we're not talking about you, serious thinking. It was the other thing that got Gary deleted it. It was the messages right before you put yours up, so it wasn't about you there, serious thinking. Now see, that's why I want everybody to understand. That's why I put in the updated rules that I don't want you guys calling out trolls like that. Because if somebody steps in, like say serious thinking just stepped in right there, and then troll went up, he automatically thought that was for him. And then we have unwanted company. See, that would make him think, because he might not have seen the troll message. So that's why I don't want you guys saying, we have a troll, because I don't want the people that it wasn't meant for to feel uncomfortable or think that it was towards them. And it's very easy to do that. You know what I mean? It's very easy for that to happen. TM4. But I just wanted everybody to understand that was the whole reasoning for that update on chat rules of not calling out trolls and saying that people are trolls, and that's right there is a perfect example for it. Because I would hate for somebody new to come in and think that it was intended for them and not realize it, even though Sirius went back and looked and seen that it wasn't meant for him. Who's to say that with the next good person that they do go back and look and just stop coming because they thought that was meant for them. I bet she is gone to Harbor Freight. Well, we're glad you could be back, serious thinking. Glad everybody's here. We are in Boonville, Missouri right now, which brings me to think that I'm going to have to go back and look at the comments on Lost and Found and see if one of the video that I done back there in Warrington, Missouri. I don't know which way the pronunciation is, but somebody had commented that Did I Find the Real Ed Gein house was telling me that there was a replica of his house in Missouri, but they didn't know where it was at. And I don't know if I told them Wentzville or Warrington. I have to go back and check that out because it was Warrington. Which way is the right pronunciation? Is it Warrington or Warrington? First or second? I think it's Warrington, but what do I know? I'm from the South. She was outside. I think Tasha might be awake. God! Scared the crap out of me. Hey, buddy, what you doing? Did she scare you too? Get up here. Get up here. Come on. Get up here. What you doing? You sleep good this morning? You look like you did. Trying to chase them cows. But boy, I tell you what, if you'd got over there close to that calf, you would have been in for it. Yes, she should. Hello, Mike Lowry. Come up with an app. She can have all her different little hollerings that she does. Could you imagine getting woke up every morning to danger? Yeah, that app idea is a good idea. Yeah, I like positive in my life. I like to spread it to other people as well. What you doing, Nika? You're pretty. God, that time it's like a 1:30. I know it. The other night I was laying there asleep, and we've got the TV that at our feet. It's up on a mount. Um, Usually that's what she watches, but something, I don't know, something kept waking me. The brightness in my eyes or something kept waking me up. And every time I'd open my eyes, all I would notice was a little white spot rather than the TV. And we've in the sidewall where like our closet would be at, there we have our APU controls, the heating and the air controls. But in that wall, there's a little dip-in compartment that's big enough for she can set her phone in it. And she's got the what phone is this, Tasha? What phone is yours? The Note 20. She's got the Galaxy Note 20, and it fits in that compartment pretty close to perfect. So if you know how big the Galaxy Note 20 is, you'll know what size the little indented compartment is. Well, she has her phone sitting up in that compartment, watching whatever it was she was watching, and why that kept waking me up for is beyond me. But I kept seeing the little white dot when I would wake up. I was like, "What is that?" And I finally got my eyes opened enough that she that's where she had her phone sitting out. Instead of watching the TV, trying to keep from waking me up, she was watching her phone in that little compartment, which I thought was pretty nifty. But for some reason or other, it woke me up more than the TV does. Hello, Marlene, and hello, Callens. Good afternoon. Ah. Yeah, she was trying to keep that so I could rest a lot better, but it wasn't her fault that for some reason or other it was waking me up more. Oh, I bet that's fun and glorious living across from the fire station. Hey, you could make your own YouTube channel though, just especially if it's a busy fire station. Fire trucks going in and out. Did I say YouTube station? YouTube channel. It would probably grow like wildfire. No pun intended. Yeah, that's what I say. After a little while, I guess you get used to it, especially if it's very busy or not very busy, either which one. But if it's very busy, it'd kind of be like when I was a kid. We lived right at the not. I mean, we was a few miles from the airport, but we was right at the end of the runway where they would take off and land. Oh my God! When we first moved in, it was just like terrible. But after about a month living there, you got used to it pretty quick. Welcome to St. Peters, Missouri. Now I'm pretty sure that I've done the point of view video through St. Louis, but I'm gonna do it because I'm not 100% sure. I hate to get to the house and start looking through them and then be like, man, I could have. Which we'll ain't enough time how many more times we'll go through St. Louis, but because with this company and the last company, St. Louis was we've been through it with both companies quite a bit. Nancy, must have been Oriental. I did it. Yeah, now, if you're talking about watching the rail fan videos, I don't see how people sits and watches the ones where it's like in the center of town, like North. Is it the North Platte one? It's not, and I don't think that it's even really that busy. But people will just sit, and they won't even talk. I've went in there to, which I think now they've got it set up to where you have to be subscribed, and I'm not subscribed to them, but I would go in before and try to even just talk to people, and nobody would talk. They just sit there. And I'm like, what the crap, man? Nobody says anything while the trains aren't moving. Just when the trains come into view or right before they come into view, then everybody starts talking. I'm like, I don't like sitting and watching those. I watched one of, and I thought, now I guess I was mistaken or wrong or had the wrong person, but the hobo shoestring. I watched one of his videos a couple of days ago. He just put it out. Like, I think it was. Well, I guess it's been a week now. But he's actually pretty good with his knowledge of. Of course, I guess if you hop trains your whole life, you know the knowledge of the rail system is good. But he's actually pretty knowledgeable on where they go when they come in. And I think what he was saying, if I remember correctly, he was saying in that video, he was somewhere in Texas, I think. I can't remember now where, but he had just come out of Georgia or Tennessee like 2 weeks before that, and I forget now where he was even headed to. If he was headed up to Colorado, or he kept talking about Colorado though. But now I thought somebody said that he died not too long ago. Not true. Unless somebody else is uploading videos for him. I don't know. Oh, okay, right. Wait a minute. Well, and I just happened across his channel. I think it was when we was doing that 48-hour restart. I'll probably be watching more of it, on our off times, because it was pretty interesting. Like I said, he was a lot more knowledgeable than I'd give any of them guys credit for. Really, I guess. And for a hobo, he had pretty good edited out videos. God. Daquan, how you doing? Oh, listen at me sit there and holler. I forgot I got my mic on. Sorry about that if I busted anybody's eardrums. God, there's a bunch of birds over there on that side. Bunch of them. The whole back of it was birds. For some odd reason, I thought I cut my microphone off. I don't know. Not real sure why, because I've had it on all morning, which is, odd and unusual for me. But I was thinking when it went into that buffer that I had cut my microphone off. Good Lord. I never understood why people on the interstate will bow up and nearly stop to let somebody merge out. Don't get me wrong, I understand people needs to be able to get onto the interstate, but when they're in a merging lane like that, they've got enough gas pedal to get them up and to go. And if they don't, then the car that's in the traveling lane doesn't need to bow up and stop so that the 20-mile-an-hour merging car can get out. I don't know. That just always baffles me. But I'm always in the truck, and the way I look at it is the cars has more gas pedal, and they've got more brake pedal than I've got, so they can either shoot out in front of me or slow down and get behind me. But still, I just can't understand why vehicles in the travel lane will come to nearly a stop to let somebody merge out rather than just keeping at a steady speed. That might just be me though. Maybe I'm just look at it all the wrong way, but what good have you done if somebody rear ends you because you was trying to be nice to let that slowpoke out? Now, I guess if you was trying to merge in, if it was a merge in and a merge out and merge in, and you're trying to merge in, I can see the slowing down part. I can understand it then, because you need to slow down for your off ramp anyway. But if there's no ramp there to merge off of, keep it moving at a steady pace. I think. That's just me though. And here I forgot that I had my GoPro on, and I've got my smokestack right up in the middle of it, just waving it around like YouTube loves that. And the whole reason why I turned the GoPro on was to get a shot of the airport over there. And I'd never even looked over there, but maybe for a split second. One of these days. Yeah, right. I hear a nos coming out of the refrigerator. And we caught that on GoPro, what Tasha's doing daily when she gets up with the air hose. You're pretty. You're pretty. I love you. You're not on the GoPro. It's not on. Well, couldn't trick her. She knows. We'll edit you out. How about it? You smell lovely.
Thank you.
And fresh. I do want some.
How close are we to Georgia?
About 500 miles. Maybe 480. It just depends on if you count that little pinch of Georgia that we go through before we go back into Tennessee. Look at that airplane coming in for a landing. Oh yeah, I forgot I still got the microphone on. So automatically, when Tasha gets up, I automatically start talking louder. Now, why that car done that for is beyond me. But I bet you he speeds up.
Are we in Missouri?
We are coming into St. Louis, as a matter of fact.
That's fine. I'm looking around.
We've been here so much it's recognizable. We are in St. Louis now, going around that curve.
I want you to download a game for me when you get your computer up.
You can't play with my laptop.
You know what game I want, don't you?
No. The Geo thing?
Yeah, the Geo.
Yeah, I was going to download that one for sure.
So we can play it.
What was it called?
Geo Maps.
Geo Maps or Geo Finder or something like that? Pretty interesting little game for the for your PC or whatever.
It's better to play it on your computer instead of your phone. I tried it on my phone and it's not as
Yeah, it's hard on the phone, but that's from like what we was talking about earlier, where the picture's so small. But it gives you different locations in the world, or just in America, or just in the state, or just in specific places, and it gives you locations, picture locations for you to guess where they're at.
Because I'm looking at the buildings and the grass and the trees and the bridges. And it blocks out all the signs and all the license plates. Some signs aren't blocked out, but most of them are.
Yeah, some signs aren't.
You gotta guess where the country's at, like Bobby said.
Yeah, you guess the state or the country or the city, just however specific you want it to be.
It's fun.
We was watching a guy do it live on TikTok one night. It's pretty interesting. Pretty neat. We could live TikTok it and YouTube it, and
once we get play a little bit, get good at it. We was pretty good at it at one time, I guess.
Yeah.
It's funny, one time though, we did it. It was Alabama 2 times in a row.
Yeah, he's like, that ain't never happened.
We went over. Did we go over a bridge here in St. Louis?
Yeah, when we cross over the Mississippi here. That's why I got the GoPro on, because I'm not sure if I've done it or not yet. I think I have, but I'm not 100% certain. We'd probably get right about to the bridge, and my memory will probably wipe out on me. I'm gonna have to start getting the big memory cards, I think. Which this one I'm pretty sure is, I don't know, it might be a 32, but I was thinking that I got 64s. But I need to. Huh? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I need to get the 128s or the 264s. But I'm afraid that if I get them that big, that I just have so much on them that I won't recognize this. Because like I said, I don't recognize stuff like you guys do. Like you guys can recognize it. I just can't recognize this stuff out here like that. Even though I've been out here doing it for so long. Well, maybe that'll make me better at recognizing stuff. But it seems like that if I have recorded St. Louis, because it seems like I have once or twice, and it's every time been going this way, never coming the other way.
I think they should have also where you can do on the video game. Have a bridges, where you have bridges on the game.
Yeah.
And tunnels.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, you are.
I like the haunted ones best.
Goatman's Bridge, Texas. Cinnabog in Tennessee.
Yeah, I want to go back. I would walk through it now. At night.
Yeah, I wished we had a vehicle that we could get up there.
Too much water to walk through it.
Yeah.
Drive through it. You didn't want to drive through it with your mom's car. So.
Well, there was.
Oh, there's a wreck over there.
Oh man, God, that's a good wreck. We got it on the GoPro. It's not as good as the one yesterday, but well, I mean, no wreck's good, but. And of course, this side's going to slow down because they're like, "What's going on over there?"
Rexy.
Oh wow, yeah, they was probably watching. We got this wreck here good on the GoPro. He probably was busy looking at the other wreck over there and lost control. Single car crash. And now see, this really is the one good time that it is. I mean, good to have like the CB to say, you know, hey, eastbound, we've got one in the Hammer Lane over here. But that's like the only good time, really, I think, that it is to have a CB.
That's like twice we've seen that happen here recently. 2 wrecks at the same, almost same spot, southbound and northbound, or whatever you call it.
Man, that caused me to. I was supposed to exit it back there. Well, I guess we'll be going across a different bridge today, so the GoPro being on is good. Dang it. I just missed the exit again. I was supposed to take that exit. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I'm still on the right track, or the second right track. God, dog. Get up here. Alright, we're going to exit off on 292A now. My GPS was saying exit 3, and it wasn't exit 3. It was actually exit 290 that we were supposed to take. Well, at least we get a different view. Going across a different bridge. And we'll get to the same place, so we're still alright. We just don't get to go through the big cable bridge this time. Wow, look at the train bridge. That looks like a nice abandoned building I could go do a video in.
Yeah, the video too.
You need to quit running back and forth now, dog. .64 east. Maybe I done this right. I don't know. This was different. It's got 3 splits.
See that already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that Cat Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. That is cool. God, that would be a good abandoned video. And we come out in the same place. It's just a little bit different route. Welcome to East St. Louis. Oh, I thought there for a second I didn't get that recorded. Do you need that? Sure.
Yeah.
So we got, if we've recorded going through St. Louis before, then we got us a different perspective that time at least. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you there, car. Idiot. Was that a... Did that say... They're morons. I mean, them sticking their noses out in the travel lane like that. There's...
That's a McDonald's.
Wow.
In Ohio. It looks like
We've been to that one.
Yeah.
We have been to that one. I mean, there's really no sense in them sticking the noses of their...
Hold on. What?
I said there's really no sense in the cops sticking their noses out into the lane like that.
Didn't we walk to that one and go to it?
Yeah. Yeah, at a pickup. You walked to it. I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to. I had to sit at the truck. But it was like right outside. But that's a very, very serious safety hazard in my opinion. They do it to block traffic, but
So they won't get hit.
yeah, so they won't get hit. But when it's crowded like that, and for them to turn out like that, that's crazy because you cannot. This lane can't always get over. Alright, we're going 1 mile up and we're going to hit 255. I guess bypass? I don't know. That's a neat little door on that thing. .255 towards Memphis. I wished we was going through Memphis, but we're not. Because if we was going through Memphis, I would stop us at the pyramid. We can't, babe. That's like 100, 200 miles out of the way. Because I would love to do a video, a short and a video at the pyramid. You know, all the water that they've got in there, so that people that has never seen one like that anyway. I don't know, but my GPS really is confusing me right now with the way it's doing. It's putting us back out on the interstate. God, I hate when they do that. It makes me feel stupid. It's the Bass Pro Shop. It's the Bass Pro Shop in Memphis, the Pyramid. I think we was talking about it the other day. I think it's the largest Bass Pro Shop in America. It's not the headquarters, but it's the largest. Yeah, Tim. That's what I was saying. Wished it was along the route because I would love to make a video of that place. It's huge. Had we stayed on the turn back there, we could have went by it, but it would have been, I think, the way still.
Get it off there. Shot.
It's not, babe. It's,
Okay. Never mind.
I'll have to get that off with a squeegee. Even that one's not going to come off. And it's fresher. Yeah, I do too. When the GPS does that. But I mean, that was off and right back on, so it wasn't terrible. But I hate when it does it. And I've never used a GPS that don't do it from time to time. Out of all the ones that I've ever used, they've ever one done it at least once or twice during the time that I've used them. Even the one on my phone that really, in my opinion, is the best one that I've ever used, it does it sometimes from time to time. Yeah, the Bass Pro Shop in Memphis, Pyramid. We've been there once, a few years ago. It was nice. Just going and looking at the fish, really, I mean, in the water that they've got inside the building, it's not fish tanks like a lot of them has. It's actually like made streams and ponds and whatnot inside the pyramid. Just going and looking at that, in itself is really worth going and looking at. But I mean, they've got all kinds of stuff in there too, and they've, you know, you can go quite a bit quite a ways up in the pyramid, up towards the top. I don't know how far, but you can go quite a ways up. I do know that. Because they've got like I think it's mid-level, but it might be top level where you can, to like balconies. If I'm not mistaken, it's balconies that you can actually get out and look. But it's all glass. I mean, you can see out from everywhere. I think, if I remember correctly. All right, we got, looks like 59 miles to Interstate 57 south. I thought O'Fallon was on the other side of St. Louis. Guess there's one on both sides. And we got 543 miles left of this journey, which we're not going to do them all today, but good Lord. 98 miles an hour that dude's going. 99, 100. Now he slowed way down. That dude was moving. It is closed, so we don't have to go in. Yeah, a speeding ticket, or eventually one day traveling that rate of speed hurting somebody. Yeah, at that speed, that's definitely reckless driving, because the speed limit is 65. Reader Road. Ryder Road. Ryder Road. Tasha's got her music up. Earbuds in.
I think my ex-sister-in-law died.
Oh.
She got breast cancer. I don't know. She's been fighting for a long time, and I just seen her. This is my ex-niece, and she broke so glad about it. She don't know if she'll be with her much longer.
Yeah. Maybe just a time warp. I don't know. Look at the big jet.
What?
The big jet.
What?
The big jet.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get the feeling Tasha don't listen to me very much. 200 bucks. That's not really bad though, you know. I mean, depending on, I guess, what the motel looks like. But that's, I mean, that's about average to what we normally pay when we do stop at motels throughout our trips. Somewhere between $150 to $200 a night. Mt Vernon, Missouri, 51 miles. I'm kidding. Mt Vernon, Illinois, 50 miles away. Looks like they need to cut their grass over there. Or they're trying to grow them a jungle, maybe. The 7th largest pyramid in the world. And I did not know that. But I do know the place is huge. And I don't remember, should check, but I don't remember what that pyramid was actually used for when it was first built. Because the Bass Pro Shops just had it for maybe the last 5 to 10 years. And it's been there for a while. It's been there a lot longer than that. $321 foot high. That's what I was thinking, ball games, but I wasn't sure. Dang, by the looks of that, where we just passed, the guardrail was ripped completely out, and that they had come from this side of the interstate by the tire tracks going across the median and ripped that guardrail out on the other side, and apparently it went through. They must have been moving down through here. Well, I tell you what, those two oversized loads that just passed us, I guess that goes to show how heavy the loads are that they generally haul, because their trailers was arched up in the center, and normally them trailers is flat and low to the ground whenever they are hauling something. Hmm. Um, our total weight is 75,200. I think, according to the paperwork, we've got like 38,000, something, 38,000 and something pounds of the icing, icing on the cake on the trailer. Heck yeah. It is actually buckets of icing too. Where?
Yeah.
You said yeah. I said where?
Huh?
I said where. You said yeah.
Oh, over there.
I was looking over here. Vermont.
Huh?
Vermont.
Yeah. They're far away.
Yeah, they are. Mt Vernon, 34 miles. We will find a truck stop there to pull over and kick a tire or two and maybe grab something to eat and restart the live stream. I like that little boat. I don't know if I would want to row it, but I like it. $97 miles an hour. That car that just passed us, that's what they're doing. Yeah, I was wondering the other day when I first realized that was shows the speed of the vehicle in front of you. I was wondering the other day if it would hit, if it would go past 100, and well, that Jeep proved that it hits at least 100. Because the Jeep actually did hit 100 when it come around us. It was just for a slight second, though. Not sure. Are you talking about the truck that I'm driving? Nah, it's a Freightliner. Freightliner Cascadia. We just got a ornamental ram head on the front of it. It's a ram head. It's just an ornamental Halloween ram head. Which, yeah, there you go, Rudy the Ram. Which I will probably be replacing after Halloween, somewhere maybe November. I keep saying I'm going to put the Longhorns on it, but I think after we come off home time, it'll be when we go on next home. If I get them, it'll be on the next home time when I get them. Unless we go through Texas, and then I might get some there. But I'm going to replace it with the Longhorns. I've been trying to decide if I want the 5 foot or the 3-foot ones. So I haven't decided yet exactly the length that I want. I want the 5-foot ones, but the 5-foot ones would be good. They would fit on this truck, all right. But the next company that I've been talking about going with, depending on which truck I get with them, I don't know how the 5-footers would fit if I take the Peterbilt 379. I don't know. They should still fit pretty good. Huh? She was supposed to have her earbuds on. She was listening. So we'll probably go with the 5-footers anyway, but it'll be when we go on home time next time. If I order them, we'll have to wait till, and that's probably what I'll do is order them, because the price difference in ordering them and buying them at like the stores that I've seen them at is around $300 for the 5-foot ones. Well, and it's 5 to 7 foot is what it is. The 7-foot, I think, might be maybe a little too big. But for the other truck, I definitely know the 7-footers would be too big. Because what I would kind of like, I don't know, 7-foot might be just perfect. What I would kind of like is for the tips, for them to go tip to tip, almost to the mirrors. And in the Peterbilt 379s, if I was to get one of those, then 7-foot would be way too big, and I think 5-foot might be too big, but maybe not. Yeah, this one would get it right around 10 miles a gallon if I drove slower than 73 miles an hour. But I at 73, so it actually was averaging, before we had to start idling it, it was averaging somewhere around the 8s. And that's at 73 miles an hour. But after we had to start idling it, actually now it is, let's see, it's down to, it's 6.8 right now, miles to the gallon. But that's because for the last month, we've had to idle it, even when we're stopped. And that brings the average down. Once they go down, it's hard to get them back up. And we get right in the neighborhood of 1,000 miles per fill up in this truck. Our DEF, we get around 3,000 miles per fill up. That's if we run the DEF, to the empty point. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just run it halfway down, and sometimes I run it, down to 3/4. I rarely ever fill it up though until it gets below half a tank, which we're on. The DEF's on half a tank right now. It sounds about right, but like I say, we can get 1,000 miles per tank. The last time we was in California, if I remember correctly, it was 389 or 420. It was one or the other. Which we was out there a few weeks ago. Yeah, 10-4. It's about right, because I'm thinking it was 420 something when we was out there a few weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, it very well probably has bumped up in the last few weeks. Looks like carnival rides up there ahead of us. Little kitty carnival rides up. Or little jungle gyms. think it's little like playground toys. Rough road. Alright, we're getting on to 64. Headed to 57. Nika. But we will be pulling off right up here. At the truck stop. Taking us a lunch break and restarting the stream. And I know Haber's got to kick a tire. I do too. What you want to eat?
What is it?
That's, I don't know. Flying J's has a Hux.
Has a what?
Hux.
What's that?
I can't tell what the TA's got. It's got a McDonald's beside it and an Arby's beside it. And looks like Freddy's. See what Hux is. Alright, so we're going to pull in over here to the Flying J. They got a Hux. We're going to see what it's all about. And then we will restart the live stream just as soon as we're going to take back off. 30 to 40 minutes, something like that. I'm ready to get out and stretch my legs. We've been driving for 3.5 hours. Which is a pretty good stretch for us, because, you know, Haber has to use the bathroom often.
I think that's just the name of the gas station. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. If not, we'll slide over here. They got Popeyes at TA. Yeah, I think Hux is the gas station.
Yeah, should just slide up there.
Alright, so we're gonna make a big old fat U-turn here and then go over to the TA. Yeah, we've stayed here a few times, especially with Z Transportation.
Oh, is it the Walmart behind it that we used to walk to?
Yeah. Yeah, we used to park right over there and would walk over to it.
That. I remember being here a lot.
This is also the area we would park here and unhook our trailer and go down the road somewhere and go fishing. And we're not far from, is it Rend or Reed Lake? Gary said that he just looked it up. They've got a menu, diner menu. Well, we're already turned around now, so we'll just head over here to Popeyes. They are remodeling it. And I'll probably do us a little short while we're here. May as well get our short on for the day. That's the Freddy's that we ate at that one time, I think. Yeah, look at that car sitting over there, that purple one.
Where's that motorcycle and little pickup truck to go with it?
And they got a pilot over there on that side too, but the pilot has Denny's. They got Huck's Bucks here at the Flying J. On-site DOT clinic. We need to get you a handicap placard. Let's just park right here in the no parking. We'll park in the reserved. I'm kidding. All right, we are here, and we will see you guys after lunch. Hi, 10-4 on that. We will check in on it at the doctor's appointment this time on. So we might need to get her one for real. Alright, we'll see y'all after lunch.